Welcome to the ABCs of Bankruptcy and Debt Relief for Real People. I'm Gary Ray Fraley, a California State Bar Certified Bankruptcy Law Specialist. For more than 4 decades, I've helped consumers and small business clients solve their financial problems and get back on their feet. I represent clients in Northern California, the Central Valley, and the Bay Area. Today I'm going to discuss with you the first in a series of videos on the debt relief companies. Now, we've all heard the pitch on TV. It goes something like this. If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret that credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than X dollars in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but great news for you. Wow, that sounds like they have some way to force the credit card companies to settle the debt. The real truth is, drum roll please, they don't. It's up to the credit card companies to decide whether they're willing to settle for less, or on payments, or sit there and wait while you settle your debt with other people and pay them first. Why should they wait? Consider this. The so-called debt relief companies try to settle the smallest debts first, so it looks like they're doing something that's actually helping you. That sounds like a good idea, until you consider the fact that all the large debts are still out there and they're being paid nothing. Banks like Chase and many debt collection agencies and debt buyers will not work with these companies. Another thing you may not consider, these companies don't talk about any debts other than credit card debts. They don't talk about car payments, medical bills, personal loans, tax debts, and worst of all, the student loan debts. While you try to make their payment, you end up with these other debts coming after you. Your credit gets worse because the debt relief company tells you to stop paying on all the other credit card debt, even the ones you're current on. Your creditors who did not agree to the debt relief plan can, and most of the time will still sue you. More than half of these plans fail because of lawsuits by creditors that tank the plan. When you're sued, the debt relief company will charge you another $300 to $600 to prepare an answer to the lawsuit for you to file on your own. They don't even represent you. Or their attorney will charge you to negotiate with the creditor who is suing you. That usually means one of their staff members will make a call, and that's about it. Then the creditor gets a judgment against you. Now they can garnish your paycheck, levy on your bank account, and do other rather ugly things. Many people do not know they have a judgment against them until their paycheck is garnished, their bank account is seized, or a lien is recorded against their home. Can you afford to have that happen to you? On the debts the debt relief company does settle for you, you pay them a rather hefty fee. Federal law requires a debt relief company to accomplish the settlement before they're allowed to pay themselves. That law is routinely ignored and violated even by the biggest debt relief companies out there. It is not uncommon for you to pay 20 to 30% or higher in fees to the debt relief company. Often they load their own fees before the creditor gets paid anything. On top of that, the amount the credit card company forgives is taxable income to you at the top of your highest tax bracket. For example, if you settled a $10,000 debt for, let's say, $4,000, you may think you saved $6,000, right? Wrong. Besides paying the flat fee to the debt relief company, you now owe income taxes on the $6,000 at your highest tax bracket. What a deal! Solving some credit card debt is worse than solving none at all. You can end up spending thousands of dollars and having years of bad credit only to owe even more money than you did when you started. If you were to file a Chapter 7 straight bankruptcy, for example, you could be rebuilding your credit almost immediately. Most people who file bankruptcy have good credit rating within 2 years. Now, if you want to force the creditors to accept the payment plan, including the tax man, a Chapter 13 debt reorganization can do that. It stops interest, late fees, over-limit fees, even tax penalties. In a Chapter 13, the creditor gets no say in the plan. They can't do anything but shut up and leave you alone. That's the law. Finally, the Debt Relief Company's own trade association survey found that 40% of their customers had none of their debts settled. More than 70% failed to have most of their debts settled. For most people, the debt relief companies simply don't help. They are way more costly than bankruptcy and make a bad situation worse. Now, you know the real secrets the debt relief companies don't want you to know. I'm Gary Fraley, and have a good day.